Jump Force. A game that has mixed opinions due to the sour taste that the previous game, J-Stars Victory Versus, left in people's mouths. I got a chance to play Jump Force for about 6 hours during the open beta, and I want to talk about what makes the game different from J-Stars. But before we do that, we have to go all the way back to a game that came out before J-Stars, Dragon Ball Zenkai Battle Royale. So Dragon Ball Zenkai Battle Royale is a bit different from your normal Dragon Ball game. First and foremost, it's an arcade game. So you can't play it at your house, unfortunately. You have to play it at Japanese arcades. And yeah, so it was pretty decent of a game, I heard. I never played it myself, so I really can't say. But the graphics, if you look at the graphics, it really does look like J-Stars Victory Versus. So I found that to be a bit interesting. And the game was developed and published by Bandai Namco. So Bandai Namco basically made the game by themselves. So it is not an arena fighter like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi or Raging Blast. It is a battle royale type game. So basically, you're in a huge map where you can wander around and fight your opponent, but you're free to move around this large map. So yeah, it's a pretty big map, and you fight with teammates, so you're all fighting at the same time. So Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi Tag Team is similar to this, but I still think that fits more of the criteria of an arena fighter than this game does, because this game's more loose. So here's how the system works. Alright, so you and your teammate, you choose your teammates or whatever, and you fight against the other team. You're all fighting at the same time. Here's the catch though. You have lives. If your teammate dies a certain amount of times but you don't, you still lose. So that kind of sucks balls. If you ask me. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z, which has different graphics but is made by Bandai Namco, was basically supposed to be the console version of this game because I guess they didn't want to port this to console. It turned out to be a huge fucking failure. I mean, it was supposed to be building off of Battle of Gods, and the fight system was shitty. You just mash one button to get your combo out on Battle of Z, so that was really not enjoyable. They had boss battles, but it was, yeah, it focused heavily with the online gameplay, which even that got boring very quickly. And I never played Zenkai Battle Royale, but if Battle of Z is based off of Zenkai Battle Royale, Zenkai Battle Royale might not be a good game. But Zenkai Battle Royale did receive a lot of support. It came out in 2011, where the Dragon Ball anime was pretty much sort of dead. I mean, Dragon Ball Kai was out, so there was that. But it kept on releasing, so we have characters from Dragon Ball Z all the way up to Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. So the game had a long lifespan if they had Blue Goku in a game from 2016. So that was interesting. But now we go to J-Stars Victory Versus. Although J-Stars looks just like Dragon Ball Zenkai Battle Royale, it is not produced by the same company. Yes, it is published by Bandai Namco, but it is produced by Spike Chunsoft. So yes, J-Stars Victory Versus combines a bunch of Jump characters to celebrate, I believe, the 45th anniversary of the Jump comics. So they're celebrating the 45th anniversary. And this game is also a battle royale game, alright? This is not an arena fighter, meaning you fight in large maps against the opposite team with different characters. With the opposing team, I should have said, but who gives a shit? Anyway, so it's the same rules. If your teammate dies a certain amount of times, you lose the battle. So yes, that sucks, but what can you do? Now, J-Stars, when I first heard about the game, I was excited. All my favorite anime characters, or should I say Jump characters, are coming together in one game. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, One Piece, Fist of the North Star, all in one game. Amazing. So, and this game actually helped me get into more anime like Hunter x Hunter and Saint Seiya. So, I do owe this game a lot, but that doesn't sacrifice, or that doesn't mean the game doesn't have any flaws. Because it is an arena fighter, I feel like the game tries to do too much. I want to look at Goku for instance. And I want to go back to Tenkaichi and Raging Blast. Those games have something called rush attacks. It's like a special move that can only be activated if your character comes in contact with your opponent. So let's use the Kaioken attack for example. Goku uses his Kaioken attack on those games and he flies towards his opponent. He has to come in contact with him, and once he comes in contact with his opponent, it triggers a cutscene, which is basically a cinematic cutscene which shows him doing the attack to his opponent. Alright? So once the cinematic cutscene is over, the character is sent flying. Goku has a meteor combination attack on this game as well, but it shows a cutscene, but it's not cinematic. It's actually in game. That's not good. That means why Goku's doing that attack, everything is still going on. Your opponents are still fighting. It doesn't just freeze and show that cutscene. Meaning you could possibly still be attacked while you're doing an attack that should be put inside of a cutscene. Not only that, but some of the environments are sort of crazy. So they could actually interrupt your attack. Like a building could get in your way and stop you from attacking your opponent. And an attack that should be unstoppable until it's done. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's like Dragon Ball Fighters, for example. Let's say I'm using you guys know how the ultimate attacks work. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he hits you in that move, and it's all pretty and cinematic. Now imagine being hit out of that attack when you're about to fire the Kamehameha. That's basically what Xenoverse 2 is as well. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, in the game, not only that, but the game pretty much felt broken. And that pretty much broke the game, to be honest. Stuff like that. Not to mention playing online. Every single match you go online, your opponent is using the favorite jump character, but their support is always Kenshiro. Because Kenshiro had the most overpowered support in the goddamn game. His 100 Crack Fist is a signature move from Fist of the North Star when he throws out a flurry of punches, 100 punches to be exact, hitting your pressure points and forcing his aura inside of your body, forcing you to explode from the inside out. Now, on J-Star's Victory Versus, when he throws these punches, it makes a sort of vortex which sucks you into the punches, and you're basically caught into his 100 Crack Fist. It's like a storm of punches. So yeah, best believe everyone wanted to use Kenshiro. Now imagine if a player was using Kenshiro as a support. The support will get you into a shorter version of the 100 Crack Fist, but then the player will use it as well. So you're stuck inside 100 Crack Fist storm. Now imagine it's two Kenshiros you're fighting up against with Kenshiro as a support. Not only will you get hit by the support character of the 100 Crack Fist, but the other Kenshiros will line up to get you inside an endless flurry of 100 Crack Fist that you cannot escape from. Yes. Online was terrible. I played online once and that was pretty much it. I decided not to play online again because of that particular reason. And not to mention the game wasn't really supported that well. Now, mind you, the international version of J-Stars is way more better than the Japanese version. We have the Japanese version, J-Stars Victory Versus, was released on the PS3, but we got J-Stars Victory Versus Plus, which was released on the PS4, I think the PS3, and the PS Vita. And our game came with an arcade mode. We were promised DLC, but we never received it. So yeah, we were stuck with a 39 character roster. J-Stars left a bad taste in people's mouths, and the game quickly died out. Jump Force came out, and it's made by Spike Chunsoft, the same producer of J-Stars Victory Versus. The characters look slightly similar to their J-Stars counterparts. Slightly similar. The combos look, the way that the game looks, the way that the combos are dealt out, people think it looks similar to J-Stars. When the game was first announced, I was hyped, but as I watched the gameplay, I understood where people were coming from. It did sort of look like J-Stars, but then like I realized something. This is a completely different game from J-Stars. This uses a completely different formula. This is an arena fighter. An arena fighter, which is different from a battle royale game. So an arena fighter, games like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm and Saint Seiya Soldier Soul are arena fighters. So they're pretty balanced in their own way. Only downside to those games is it's pretty simple. You literally have to mash square to do your easy combo. And you just press square and then triangle to do other combos. So it's a pretty simplistic combo system in those games. Except with Naruto, you press O to do combos. But yeah, they're pretty simplistic games. And yes, this is an arena fighter, which is completely different from a battle royale fighter. And in case you're wondering, alright, so what? It's an arena fighter. It's still made by the people that made J-Star's Victory Versus. Well, I'm here to tell you that Spike Chunsoft actually, so far from what I realize, they have a pretty good track record with their arena fighter. I only played one other arena fighter that they made, and let me tell you guys, it's pretty fucking good. Do you guys remember One Piece Burning Blood? Yeah, they made that. Now, you guys remember how good that game was. So Spike Chunsoft is actually capable of making arena fighters. One Piece Burning Blood, oh shit, when that game first came out, that was like probably the first arena fighter game that I took seriously and played online with. I took that game more serious than I did Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. In Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, the game quickly died out for me. The story mode was amazing, don't get me wrong. I've been playing Storm for years. But as the game gradually evolved, they released something called the Substitution Gauge. So basically on Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 and 2, when your opponent's being attacked, they would be able to escape your attack by using the substitution jutsu, which is basically an escape from when you're caught inside a combo. But this takes down your chakra gauge. But all you have to do is power up your chakra, and then you'll be able to do it again. So to stop that, I think it was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. They introduced the substitution gauge. Or was it 3? I'm not sure. But it was Generations, and they introduced the substitution gauge. I'm not sure. Was it Generations? I'm not completely sure. There was 2 other Storm games that were outside of the numbers. Oh yeah, those Storm Generations and Storm Revolutions. So yeah, one of those games. They introduced the substitution gauge, and I pretty much balanced out the game. Now, one thing I personally I sort of didn't like the substitution gauge, but that was because I was pretty shitty at managing my substitution jutsus. So yeah, it was pretty much a pattern to see. Basically, you had to make your opponent use their substitution gauge before you did, and before you'd have a chance of, you know, winning. And which was a pretty good meta for the game. But I thought that was bad, but I was wrong. That shit is the greatest thing ever compared to how Dragon Ball Xenoverse handled it. They had a similar gauge to the substitution gauge called the stamina gauge. But it's way, way, way more worse. Once you lose your stamina, you cannot do anything. You cannot block. You cannot recover. Once you're attacked, you're done. You're done. You're forced to take the blow. So I hated that about Xenoverse. I hated that with a passion. The game didn't rely on skill like the Tenkaichi and Raging Blast series, or other arena fighters like Saint Seiya or One Piece. I'm coming here to tell you guys that Jump Force is like Saint Seiya and One Piece. The game focuses more on skill, not just who diminishes whose bar first to basically stop them from escaping, or see who can escape first and all that stupid shit just to leave them vulnerable. You either win or you lose. You get that ass beat. It's plain and simple. It's a straight arena fighter, and I love the game. It's a great game. Trust me. I haven't played online yet, but the second beta is coming out. And if the online mode is trash, best believe I'm going to be making another video talking about it. But so far, this game feels good. Only complaints I have to make is the auto combo. Everyone has the exact same combo. They beat your ass a little bit, and they send you flying, but then they teleport behind you, kick you, and they teleport behind you again, kick you again, teleport behind you, and they hand you to the ground. Every character does that. I thought it was a Goku exclusive, but then I did it with Vegeta. Okay, Frieza. Okay, but then I did it with Luffy, and then Naruto, and then they all had it. So that sort of disappointed me. But their other combos seem to be relatively unique to themselves, as well as the special moves. So I can overlook that. The game feels very nice. It's a massive improvement from J-Stars. Not to mention the way that the characters power up. On J-Stars, they wanted to be unique. You know, different anime series have different energies. Like Dragon Ball and Fist of the North Star uses Ki, Hunter x Hunter uses Nen, Naruto uses Chakra, Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho uses Spirit Energy, or for Bleach you call spiritual pressure, but they're both the same thing. They powered up differently. Ki users powered up fast. Chakra users powered up in small bursts, which is really bad. And characters like supernatural characters like Yusuke and Ichigo, they powered up insanely slow. I don't know why they did that. What was the whole point? But it sort of ruined the characters in a way in terms of powering them up. But Jump Force does not discriminate. Everyone has the same gauge. They just power up. They just made the aura look different, which I respect. That's all they needed to do. They didn't need to do that stupid shit. I don't know what the hell the point of that was. But yeah, Jump Force is not bad. The graphics, they're not bad either. You just got to get used to it. You got to keep in mind they don't want the characters to look realistic. They want them to keep their manga appearance, but how they would look in real life while retaining their manga feature. So if the game looks weird to you, that's pretty much why. But the environment looks gorgeous, man. Like, so I suggest you guys give the game a chance. They did ruin some characters for me, like Kenshiro, but there's a way you gotta move around it. Because his 100 Cracked Fist isn't what it used to be on J-Stars. He has to hit you with one blow before he catches you in the 100 Cracked Fist, but there's only one problem with that. When you use it, he doesn't just throw the blow. He tucks a little bit before he throws a blow, so that gives your opponent to either get away or attack you before you have the chance of using the 100 Cracked Fist. That's where your support characters come in. I find Kenshiro and Seiya to be a good team, or Rukia, because with Seiya's Ryuseiken, while your opponent's being hit by those punches, it gives Kenshiro time to actually hit the opponent and then throw out his 100 Cracked Fist. So there's going to be some support things in there, and you're going to be able to extend combos with that. So there's actually some depth to the game. Don't sleep on Jump Force. Give it a chance. I'm going to be playing the second beta later today, and I'll tell you guys how I feel about it. So yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next Jump Force video. Peace.